Solve the equation 4x squared equals 9x. 4x squared equals 9x. Okay, so when we look at this one, it's a very straightforward issue. What we simply do is that we bring the 9x on this other side so that we have 4x squared minus 9x is equal to 0. You remember that this is a quadratic equation, but then this kind of quadratic equation can be simplified by factorization first, and then we solve it. So let us see. Is there anything common? Yes, we notice that x is common in both terms, the 4x squared and the minus 9x. And so we factor out x. Here we remain with 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. So what we have here is a statement that says when you multiply x times this value that is here, which is 4x minus 9, the answer is 0. And so when we reach here, we are saying either x is equal to 0 or 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. Here we've sorted out. We now follow this one. We solve for x in this one. We divide both sides by 4. So 4x divided by 4, and then 9 divided by 4. So we divide this side here, and that gives us x is equal to 9 over 4. The solution for this equation is that x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 9 over 4. That is our solution. So we're done with that one. A company declares an annual dividend of 6%. The value of each share is 25 kwacha. A lady has 500 shares. Find the annual dividend. So now maybe we need to explain a few things here for some people. What is a dividend, first of all? What is a dividend? I'm sure you are aware that a dividend basically is an amount of money which a shareholder in a company receives at the end of a financial year. Why do we talk about the financial year? Because we are saying that's the time shareholders actually do a financial report so that they see how much they've made. It's an amount of money. Basically, what happens is that if you are running a company, for example, at the end of the year, you have to calculate how much you have made, which is called the revenue. How much have you made? Now, when you calculate this revenue, which is, of course, the price of a commodity, if you are selling commodity, multiplied by the number of commodities that you have sold. Okay. Now, when you have calculated this, you then look at your expenses. In this case, you're looking at your bills. Let's use the simpler language, bills such as electricity for running the company, water bills. We're talking about wages or salaries. We're talking about other kind of expenses that are there. You take them out. Then you also take out the capital. And apart from that, of course, you have what is called tax. Now, once you've done all this, you subtract from your revenue minus, let's just call it expenses. That includes everything. What you're going to get is what is referred to as a profit. So now, at that point, the shareholders, they share this profit if they want. And so that amount of money that they get from the profit is what is referred to as a dividend. So now let's come to the question. It says a company declares an annual dividend of 6%. Okay? So there's an annual dividend of 6%. So the value of each share is 25%. The lady has 500 shares, find the annual dividend. So before we calculate the annual dividend for this lady, we need to calculate the annual dividend for this particular company. So from the information we are given what is called, from the information we are given what is called the dividend rate, which is the 6%. Or we can even write it as 6 over what? 100. And then, which can also be expressed, by the way, as a decimal as 0.06. Then we are also given the share value. The share value is the 25 kwacha per share. So now, each annual dividend per share, okay, is going to be the dividend rate, let's go div rate, multiplied by the share value. So the dividend rate is 0.06 multiplied by the 25 kwacha. 0.06 times 25, we get a 1.5. We get a 1 kwacha 15 ngwe per share. That is the dividend per share. Meaning each share will accrue or will attract a 1 kwacha 15 ngwe. And so now to know the number of dividend or the amount that this lady is going to get, which is we call the annual dividend for this lady, annual dividend for this lady, we are now going to multiply this amount that we've got, which is the annual dividend per share, which is the 1 kwacha 15 ngwe, multiplied by the number of shares, which is how much? 500. And so when we multiply these two, we find that the amount of money that she gets is 750 kwacha for the 500 shares that she has in this company. Remember, we are saying this here is the annual dividend per share. And then this here is the number of what? Of shares that one person has. So each of those that are shareholders there, their number of shares will be multiplied by this amount to know how much they will get as dividend for that particular year. Let's move on to the next one. The probability of Kasukulu waking up late is 0.3. Now, remember that probability is a chance, and this chance usually has a number of factors involved. So when you look at the issues of waking up, the issues of waking up means that somebody was sleeping. Okay, it means that somebody was sleeping. So when you are sleeping, there are two opportunities. There are two chances that, one, you wake up early, or you wake up late. And so what we are saying is that these two are mutually exclusive in relation to the sleeping issue, meaning that waking up early and waking up late cannot happen at the same time. They can never. If you wake up late, then you have not woken up early. If you wake up early, you have not woken up late. So that's why. And then we are told that if she wakes up late, which is this one here, the probability is 0.3. Okay? But then since these are mutually exclusive, to find the probability of waking up early, it is 1 minus 0.3, which gives us 0.7. That's the probability of waking up early. And this is the probability of waking up late. So now we are told, what is the probability that she will wake up early? What is our answer? Our answer is this one. So we are saying the probability that she will wake up early is equal to 1 minus the probability of waking up late, which we are given. So 1 minus 0.3, and so 1 minus 0.3 gives us 0.7, and that's the probability that she wakes up early. Now, remember that when we find such values, it tells us a lot. It means that actually she's one person who wakes up very early most of the times. And rarely, or in the other, not many times, she wakes up very late. So this is our answer here. Let's move on. We have this one now. It said the following diagram shows a sector POQ of radius 6 centimeters, as you can see. POQ and the radius is 6 centimeters. Angle POQ is theta, which is this angle here. And the area of the sector, that is the area of the sector, this area here, is 24.2 square centimeters. We are given the pi value as 20/7. And what are they asking us? They're asking us for us to find the value of theta. So we are given the sector area, which is 24.2 square centimeters. Now, how do we calculate sector area? We are always calculating the sector area as an angle theta of a sector divided by 360 degrees multiplied by the area formula for a circle. So from here, what do we have? We have the area sector. We also have the pi value given as 22/7, and we also given the radius as 60 centimeters. Okay? So when we substitute all these values here, which we're going to do because we're trying now to calculate for theta. So here the area is given as 24.2, okay, is equal to theta, we don't know, over 360, okay, multiplied by pi, we know it's 22/7, then multiplied by the radius, we know, which is 6 what? 6 squared. And so when we go further here, we are going to have theta over 360 multiplied by 22/7 times 6 squared gives us 36. So to simplify this, 36 into 36 is 1, 36 into 360, it's actually 10. Okay, then 2 into that, we get a 5, 2 into that, we get 11. So at this point, what we have is that we have 24.2 is equal to theta, still stands, okay, multiplied by 11 times 1 over here, it's 5 times 7, which gives us, this is 24.2 equal to 11 theta over 35. So 35, cross multiply this way, we're going to have 24.2 times 35 is equal to 11 theta. Okay, then we divide both sides, 24.2 times 35 divided by 11 is equal to 11 theta divided by 11. So this 11 and that 11 divides. Okay, so we have theta is equal to, now we have 24.2 times 35 divided by 11. Can we simplify this? Yes. you can see this is 24.2. 11 can actually get into 24.2. And how many times? This is going to be 11 into 11, it's 1. 11 into 24, it's 2. That is 22. We remainder 2. Okay? So since 11 can't be divided into that 2, we put a point there and then bring this one. So 11 into 22 again, it's what? It's 2. So we have 2.2 multiplied by that value. And so this will give us, if you multiply this, what does this give us? Okay, usually I like doing this. We ignore that point there. So we have 35 by 22 multiplied by 2 times that is 0, 1. 2 times that, that is 6 plus 1, 7. 2 times that is 0. Again, we carry 1. 2 times that is 6, 7. And we bring in 0, 7, 7. But then how many decimal places? 1. So we put a decimal place there. So we have our value as 7, 7. And so we are saying, therefore, the angle POQ is 7, 7 degrees. That's our answer.